welcome back to Consciousful Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel and clicking on this video. My name is Francesca. If you're new to the channel, I'm a Clarisentient reader and a Reiki healer. If you want any of my services, go ahead and click on the link in the description below. I have new amazing services. One of my most popular bought service recently is my sound healing to manifest money, and it will do you wonders, especially for this new moon in Virgo. So let's go ahead and get it started with the video. Today is an energy forecast for the new moon in Virgo. It's going to be a brief video as I actually am in nature right now, my friends. So I'm recording this straight from nature as we're in Virgo season, trying to ground myself as you should as well. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with some highlights, some insights, and then end it off with some rituals, affirmations, and just some tips. Okay, my friends, so when it comes to the new moon in Virgo, it's going to really be focusing on where we need to push ourselves moving forward in our lives, especially when it comes to how we connect to our finances, the relationship with our mind, and how deeply we connect to things around us and within us. The new moon in Virgo is really gonna help us understand where we are disconnected from our needs, especially the needs when it comes to nurturing our body. So during this time, you're gonna be seeing your senses become ultra sensitive, or for example, if you're someone that never cleanses your intestines, you're possibly gonna feel like you need to cleanse your intestines, or have some sort of mental break from your routine. This new moon is going to be a good time to rest, but also to recharge. It's going to be a good time to also see and reflect on where you've been disconnected from your own needs, specifically your body, and how you're neglecting potentially your own needs to serve others around you, even to your own detriment. So during this time, you're going to be realizing that, you may have certain tendencies, certain habits that may not be in the best of your interests regarding taking care of your own needs, fulfilling your own needs. There may be certain tendencies you may have, people-pleasing tendencies, conforming tendencies, complacent patterns that are gonna need to be taken a good look at during this new moon in Virgo. What I love about Virgo season is that you really tap into the unconscious mind. So a lot of your inner wounds tend to come up during September. That's why September sometimes is a heavier month than other months, because you're really diving deep into the unconscious mind. And usually around this time it is Mercury retrograde, which is coming up in a few weeks. So regarding the unconscious mind, during this new moon, we're going to be realizing or also reflecting on how does our unconscious impulses run the show, and where our words and actions are out of alignment. So how our unconscious impulses run the show, such as reactions, responding out of wounds, so responding out of fear of abandonment, people pleasing to not get abandoned, numbing and avoiding not to face your emotions, the difficult ones, self-soothing, not to really feel your emotions and understand them, rather you just numb them. So unconscious impulses are very on the top of the line during this new moon. You're going to be realizing that your previous patterns are needing to have some sort of control. You're going to have some sort of control over your unconscious impulses, and rather than allowing them to control, you're going to have to begin to control them. And then also you're going to be realizing that you need to pay attention to where your words and actions are out of alignment. So if you're someone that is very environmental, but your actions are not showing that you are an environmentalist, then you're going to be realizing how there may be a contradiction there. Or if you're someone that really likes, supporting others, yet you're not actually supporting them with your actions, you're going to be seeing and realizing how you need to align your actions with your words. This new moon is going to invite us to kind of go through like an internal revolution, so we can also establish healthier habits and routines by releasing fears of rejection, addictive cycles and stories that we tell ourselves, and also rebuild the long-term future. This is not a time to adjust your boundaries for those who disrespect you. Just stay focused. So when it comes down to this internal revolution, you're going to be recognizing how you have potentially had unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as bad eating habits, binging, avoiding your feelings, avoiding your task, avoiding your mission, avoiding your goals, and you're going to be wanting to replace it with healthier habits. So actually focusing on it, replacing binge eating with healthy eating, replacing binge watching with researching and studying a craft. And you're going to be realizing how the routines of fear of rejection, people pleasing, and addictive cycles are going to be like the front of the line in this new moon, where you're going to have to really begin to digest where these fears of rejection are coming from. Why do you conform to people pleasing? Is there a fear that is triggering that? And really just digest that fear, so you can just release it, and so you can just have a greater understanding of what you need to overcome, what internal illusions do you need to overcome, and what stories do you need to reform within yourself and about your fears, so your fears no longer control you. So there can be like addictive cycles that we have gone through, and that this new moon is showing us that we may need to tell ourselves a different story about how we see ourselves, about how we see that other people see us, about how we may fear how other people see us, how we may fear how other people may judge our decisions, our lifestyle, right, our way of being. So it's going to be important for you to be really aware of these cycles, these stories, and these narratives that you tell yourself, and really just break through the fear and create a new story for yourself. The most common fear that people have is the fear of what other people think. But if you begin to tell yourself a new story, that other people's opinions don't dictate your happiness, and if you set a boundary with yourself by not expecting for people to potentially judge you, right, based off whatever choices you make in life or whoever you are, you're going to realize that you're going to receive less judgment because you're not expecting it. And that's a different conversation. But setting strong boundaries within yourself about what you expect from other people completely changes your reality, my star friends. Like I have some clients that they're scared to go to the gym. So I have to talk to them and tell them that they have to create a story within their mind that they're going to the gym for themselves, and every time they look at themselves in the mirror, they want to see more progress and progress. They can't go to the gym with the same story of thinking, oh my God, people are going to judge me. Oh my God, people are going to look at my body and I'm going to feel shame because that's what I'm expecting that they're going to think. So it's like when I tell my clients to set boundaries with themselves by claiming a new story and by claiming that they're going to expect the best possible outcome when they go to the gym, that's exactly how they feel, and that's exactly what they receive, because that's what they're focused on. So during this new moon, we're also going to be realizing how, we may sacrifice our own joy for others. So this also has a lot to do with people pleasing. Where are we disrespecting our own boundaries, and where are others disrespecting our boundaries? And we're going to realize that it's time to revolutionize the way that we move forward by really understanding our desire to support others by not detrimenting our own happiness and growth. So we're going to get really clear about what's best for ourselves and the next chapter in our lives. So this is a good time to really rethink, realign, reflect. It's almost like preparation for Mercury retrograde. But specifically today on the new moon of Virgo, we're gonna begin to find ourselves, you're gonna begin to find yourself releasing stuck emotions. So when it comes to releasing stuck emotions, I always tell my clients, you wanna move it. You wanna shake it off. You wanna shake it off. So I always suggest a formula of breath work, which you can purchase in my website. It's only $9.99, and it is a 7-minute breath work, which will completely change your life. So I always say to start off with breath work, then move towards sound healing, which I also have as well, and then guided meditations, which I also have as well, but you could do this on your own. But implementing these 3 things, and then moving your body, exercising, tai chi, dancing, yoga, whatever it is, shake it off and allow the emotions to move through you. Release that stuck energy by allowing it to flow in and out. And you're going to be recognizing how the stuck emotions are going to come, particularly potentially from things from the past, things that you need to deal with, old cycles, old stories, old emotions, right? It's going to come in the form of triggers potentially, but it's going to help you recognize what needs to be shed and how you need to maintain or attain an emotional closure to a tough cycle or a tough story you've been telling yourself. So for example, let's say you really want to be a doctor, but you keep telling yourself, well, I'm not good enough. Well, I still don't have my doctor's degree. It's going to take so long to get there. You know, those are the stories you tell yourself. And then every time a few months go by, you're like falling back into the cycle of telling yourself this limited story because you have a fear of success. You have a fear of rejection. You have a fear of achieving your dreams. Sometimes you can have literal fear of being happy because it's not new territory. I mean, it's new territory. A lot of people are really used to being unhappy, so when they finally do achieve something that can make them happy, even if it doesn't make sense to them, like, why is this making me happy? Why does this person make me happy? You know, sometimes we don't go towards what makes us happy because it's a new territory for us. But when we let go of the stories of what life is supposed to look like, what our happiness is supposed to look like, and we just go with what feels right, that's when we begin to live in our best life. We begin to live in alignment because we go with what we feel, not with just what we think. And that's what the new moon in Virgo is all about as well, is expanding your conscious mind by digging deep into the subconscious mind. So even though this new moon may feel a little bit uncomfortable, it's going to be important to release ego-based thoughts, fears, doubts, insecurities, especially when it comes to addictive cycles, stories you tell yourself. And it's going to be important to acknowledge what comes up. Don't try to suppress anything, my friends. Just release the negative, step back, act as an observer, okay? And drop the thoughts straight to the heart and allow the heart to transmute any anger, frustration, doubts, insecurities, and fear into tranquility, clarity, peace, and harmony, and love, most of all. And you're going to see that this is going to help you process these heavy, dense emotions, and you're really going to be able to begin to manifest, to create alignment. And it's going to be important for, to enjoy the weekend, to enjoy the upcoming week as well. Use this time to manifest, because new moons is all about new beginnings, manifestation, planting the seed for growth. So use this time to at least implement a plan for the upcoming few months of the year, so you can definitely declare what you want to achieve and manifest, especially when it comes to your finances and the material world, as this new moon is going to be focusing a lot on making changes in area of work, home, and money in particular. So 1 second, my star friends. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and talk about a few more things, and I'm going to go to some rituals and affirmations. So during this new moon, you're going to want to focus as well on consuming and attracting things that are going to promote your optimal health. You're going to be realizing you're going to be focused towards that. You're going to be called towards that. And you're going to realize that you may just want to submit to a healthier lifestyle, however that looks like for you. You're going to realize that all feelings of inadequacy, insecurities, body image are going to be at the forefront, and you're going to have to release them if you don't want them to be there anymore. You're going to realize as well that you're going to easily attract and recognize things that are working for you and things that are not working for you. So if things are not working for you, right, let's say it's a job, a relationship, a lifestyle, you're going to have a lot of resistance when it comes to it. And things that may feel right, you're going to feel really called towards it. Like your mind is not going to be able to stop thinking about it. During this time, it's also, you may realize that you may be filled with this desire to just be in a healthy self-confidence in every area of your life, especially in your work area. And this may reflect in the next few days. You're going to find that you also may want to create a healthy routine when it comes for work, and then when it also comes to play and family. You also may have a tendency to organize yourself and begin to literally declutter, organize things, organize your mind, things like that. There's going to be a strong emphasis of where there is resistance, there is a persistence of an old story and an old addictive cycle. So for example, if there is resistance in your love life, for example, okay? If there's resistance in your love life and you continuously find yourself in this addictive cycle of not feeling fulfilled, of not being with the right person, of not feeling happy, right? You're going to realize that whatever you're resisting, the reason why there's resistance is because you're persisting something. You're persisting an old story. So however that resonates with you, go ahead and apply it to your life. But where there's resistance, there's persistence to an old addictive cycle and story. So just reflect on that. You're also going to realize how you may feel self-defeated by perfectionism, and you're going to want to uplift yourself from any sort of tendencies to be perfect or to pay attention to detail, for things to be perfect in general. Virgo in general pays a lot of attention to detail. They can be perfectionists, and perfectionism is not good because it's not ideal. In our society, perfectionism is an idealism, but it's an unrealistic idealism, and it's not healthy for the mind, for the human experience, because nothing is perfect. Everything just is, right? So you're going to see that you may not want to feel self-defeated or fearful by tendencies to want things to be perfect, such as your life, your lifestyle, your workplace, your relationships, how you feel about how other people see you, right? Because a lot of the perfectionism stems from wanting to appear perfect. And who do we want to appear perfect to? People, society, our environment. So you're going to be realizing that a lot, and it's just going to be important to take control of not feeling self-defeated over perfectionism. And there's going to be a lot of opportunities as well. I do want to tell you guys that there's going to be a lot of opportunities for growth, especially in the work area for a lot of you guys. So definitely take advantage of those opportunities. Attitude is going to be the best. Gratitude, is going to be the best attitude during this time. So really utilize your energy for the best, and create a list of 10 things that you're grateful for, so you can create your own gratitude ritual. And really see what matters in your life, who matters, feel who and what matters and go with that feeling. Who are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? And move forward with an attitude of gratitude and show up, you know. Focus on you as well. You're going to be focusing on you a lot, on your wishes, on what you want to come true. And you want to also feel the magic of this new moon. Even though it may be a little bit heavy and dense, I want you guys to move through this dense energy, through the steps that I said. And it's going to be important to also cement your dreams. You know, you want to feel them in your soul and log into your future by really tapping into this timeline that you wish to attain. And you want to ask yourself, what is stopping me from accessing this timeline? What is stopping me from tapping into this reality that I want to be in? And take the initiative to begin to dissect the unconscious mind, the addictive stories, the addictive cycles, the outdated thinking, the old conditioning. Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it self-defeat? Is it shame? Is it grudge? Is it pain? Is it resentment? You guys want to dig deep. It's gonna be intense. And you know, if you want a reading to get guidance during this time, definitely contact me. You're going to be seeing a lot of energy being focused on diet, exercise, how to control your weight as well. Like I said, establishing healthy habits. It's going to be a good time to get a healing. So I definitely recommend a personal Reiki healing or a love Reiki healing for you and your partner. You're going to be seeing a lot of energy revolving around, you know, like I said, your work. So specifically co-workers, how you can effectively plan, how you can handle details in the job, how you can also create order in your environment, specifically regarding paperwork and tasks and work projects, and how you can structure your routine to also be more organized. There's also going to be an aspect of needing to, like I said, be less excessive when it comes to perfectionism. So there will be this aspect of self-analyzing and analyzing others, but also analyzing where you blame yourself and where you blame others, and how you judge yourself and how you judge others. The critical mind is also going to be very supercharged with criticism, so it's going to be important to realize, where are you too critical with yourself? Where are you too critical with others, right? And really focus on using your own discernment so you can catch yourself from these stories that you tell yourself and these cycles. It's also going to be important, if you do have workaholic tendencies, to balance it out. And also if there is a tendency to worry a lot, worry about the future, worry about what people think, worry about fear of your job, like whatever the case is, the worry needs to be minimized by just accepting and just moving forward. So there's going to be a strong emphasis on needing to bring order out of chaos, and just being really helpful to yourself in the process, being very pure when it comes to your intentions with others and yourself, and the ability to see how things fit in your life and how they don't fit, specifically when it comes to how you feel. So, you know, willingness to kind of like adapt to your feelings, and how you may need to like adapt certain things into your life so they could help you understand your feelings. Okay, so the crystals, now I'm gonna go to just some downloads and then some affirmations. Okay, so some crystals you guys could use during this time is moss agate, and also peridot. So the peridot is going to help you release old baggage and just really help you understand your destiny, so you can forgive yourself and others, and so you can sharpen your awareness. And so the affirmations that I suggest, one affirmation that you can tell yourself during this time is, ready? I will continue to Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like in public, so. I will continue to prioritize my needs without placing others above me. I refuse to entangle myself with those who disrespect me, and I deserve to be surrounded by success, love, peace, and loyalty. Come ready or don't come at all. So that specifically is an affirmation to just declare to the universe that that you want what's in alignment with your values, and whoever is to come into your life either is aligned with your values or isn't, and whatever or whoever you attract moving forward is going to be aligned with what you deserve and what you desire. If you are attracting those that are not giving you what you desire, it's because you are not in alignment with what you desire. Remember, we attract what we are, not what we want. So if you attract, well, that's self-explanatory. And so sorry for that interruption. As I mentioned, guys, I am in the park and I'm like in this little tent thing that I have going on, and I guess the individuals didn't see me in it, and they were gonna come to the tent because they thought it was empty. And then they saw me, so okay. Anyways, so yeah, most of all, my star friends, I just want you guys to have a good understanding that you don't want to suppress anything during this time. You don't want to suppress your heart's desires. You don't want to suppress the negativity within you. You don't want to suppress any stored or locked dense energy. You want to move it. You want to ground yourself. You want to get into nature. You want to process the emotions. And if you need some guidance to do this, go ahead and book a live call reading or an audio recorded reading that I send straight to your email when it's convenient for you. And I'll just give you some guidance on the steps to take